50s in the heart of downtown Toronto, it's Gallagher, presented by JVC. Tonight, the WWF's undisputed ladies' man, Venis, is here. Plus, Johnny and Val go video shopping. And it's an all-wrestling edition of the G-File. We are online and interactive with you. Dial us up on the internet at www.tsn.ca/Gallagher with your comments and questions. And now, here's your host, John Gallagher.
Fellow wrestling fans, how do you do? I got two words for you tonight, the Big Valboski. The only two words you'll need. Val Venis is here. Yeah, the WWF is in town in a huge week for the Federation because Jesse the Body Ventura is the new governor of the state of Minnesota. Jesse the Body, remember him? I had my money on the honky-tonk man in that race, you know? We're going to win this race. You know who a huge wrestling fan is? Huge. www.wendywolf.com.
That's me. Love it. All right, we have a great question tonight. The chat line's going to be insane. The question is, who do you think will win the Survivor Series tournament, November 15th? Now, we got some big names. We got Mankind and this crazy Socko. We've got the World's Dangerous Man, Ken Shamrock. How about Stone Cold Steve Austin? Lots of those fans. Yeah, I personally like The Undertaker. Johnson, who do you like?
Oh, you know what? Just cheap applause. I'm going for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Highlights tonight, we got them for you. They're brought to you by Molson, the new governor of Minnesota. Took out the Democrats with a wicked suplex. And how do you like Jesse the Body? Wow. How do you like Val Venis? He's in the wings. What a night tonight, Eric. Ho-ho!
Hey, Johnny, I'll tell you what, I am pumped up. It's a WWF kind of night. And you know what? Val Venis and Gallagher went shopping for videos today. We took the G-Cam out, and you'll see all the gory details. You know, his opponents love him. The ladies love him. Val Venis is here.
Well, our audience is pretty pumped up tonight because our guest is Val Venis, the former adult film star turned wrestler. And today we went video browsing at the little video shop just across the street. Watch me and Val have a little fun. What videos do you like?
Oh, Johnny, you know what I like, Mac Daddy.
Well, I'll just be over here in the family section. Oh, look. Oh, look, Austin Powers, Shankadelic, baby. Yeah, baby.
Hey, Johnny! Johnny! Check this out, man. I'm double-fisted.
Oh, looks like you got your hands full there, Val.
Johnny, you know I've always got my hands full. So, what'd you pick up there, Big Johnny?
Some timely classic for you. All of Me. A favorite?
All of me.
Okay. Driving Miss Daisy. A family classic. Free Willy.
Free Willy. So we need these.
Aha!
Well, Johnny, this is the place I was talking about. It's fantastic.
I wanted to let the longest yard, but it was out. Here is a man who can fly through the air with the greatest of ease, higher and further than Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He's a ladies' man, Val Venis. If you don't know, Val Venis, a good old Canadian boy. You gotta like that? Now, I know you're from Markham. Where did you go from there, and how on God's green earth did you get into the WWF?
Well, you know, I went to Markham District High School, and from there, my entire family moved up to Peterborough. And at that time, that's when I started in the professional wrestling business. I had already had a background in amateur-style wrestling, and I was trained by a man named Dewey Robertson with his son, Jason Robertson. And I went to England for a year as soon as we moved up to Peterborough. And I wrestled every single day for an entire year there, sometimes twice a day. Came back, went to Arkansas, then I went to Puerto Rico, Mexico, Japan, won numerous championships all over the world, and just in January signed on with the World Wrestling Federation.
Right on. Home is where the heart is. Good to have you back in our fine country of Canada. Now, we mentioned off the top, Jesse the Body Ventura, the new governor of Minnesota, and it's no joke. This guy won fair and square. What'd you think of that?
He most certainly did. You know, the people of Minnesota aren't stupid. I'll tell you that very much.
Contrary to popular belief.
Exactly. Well, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, making cracks at Jesse the Body Ventura for becoming governor of Minnesota, but you got to hand it to him. He defeated everyone who supposedly has a brain, and I wish him the best of luck. I mean, it's an incredible feat, and it just proves the fact that dreams can still be obtained in a free country. No doubt about it.
Good for him. Any of you guys watch that NBC program, Pro Wrestling Secrets Exposed? Did you see that? So here's the deal. Apparently this guy comes on and he teaches you how to do a pile driver and how to pull some punches, and the referee's always talking to you. Any truth to these little facts and figures?
Well, you know something? My belief is that that show insulted the fans' intelligence. I mean, they didn't show anything that the fans didn't already know. And as far as this unknown masked wrestler showing the people how to give a pile driver without getting hurt, he's obviously never been in Stone Cold Steve Austin's shoes when Owen Hart pile drived him just a few months back, and he was hurt. So as far as the show exposing the business, I mean, the bottom line is, pro wrestling is the single greatest form of entertainment in the world. I mean, where else can you find soap opera, athletics, and controversy all rolled into one? There is no other place except professional wrestling. And we are the greatest athletes in the world.
Oh, finely tuned.
Definitely.
I found that out from Ken Shamrock.
Obviously. And we're the greatest entertainers in the world. I mean, where else can you find anything like that in the world except in professional wrestling today?
So you're here at Skydome for the big fight on Saturday. You're going to Montreal on Sunday. You're fighting this Goldust guy. What's up with that freak, anyway? What's his dealio?
Well, you know, it started a long time ago, and he didn't really know what he was. He was a hardcore right-wing conservative Christian. Then he became a tossed salad, didn't know where he was headed. Now he turns into this hardcore left-wing, open-minded liberal, and he stuck his nose in a place where it doesn't belong, my business, and we all know how the Big Valbosi gets his revenge.
And how's that? Do tell.
Well, we all know Marlena, Terry Reynolds. And if y'all remember the drastic night when Dustin Reynolds cracked me from behind with that sign and left me laying in the middle of the ring. Well, you see, that night when I got back to the hotel room, I just picked up the phone and said, "Hey, baby, I need a little massage."
Now, what's the storyline? Do you get her pregnant? What's the deal?
I swear I had nothing to do with that.
You believe that?
I swear I had nothing to do with that, and if you want to know why, well, you got to watch Raw.
Nicely said. So, in a recent fight, I saw Marlena back in Goldust's corner. Is she kind of just skulking back? That's what the story. That's how the storyline goes.
No, let's straighten this out now. She didn't go back to Goldust. I kicked her back to Goldust.
Unbelievable. We have a live studio audience member. Eric, who do we have?
Yes, we do, John. John is here with a raw question. Well, just wondering, with Jesse Ventura's success in the political arena in the U.S., what about you doing some political running up here? What about Val for PM?
Well, you know something? I'm going to tell you all a little secret that a lot of people don't know about. The Big Valboski is extremely heavily into politics. And in the future, you never know. I mean, right now I'm concentrating on professional wrestling, but you never know when I retire from wrestling. May go into politics.
Hey, if you ran, you might win. Be careful what you wish for. Wendy, who do we have for Val?
We are going down the 403 to Stony Creek, where Mike Marasco would like to ask Val, who's been your toughest opponent so far?
I would have to say my toughest opponent so far would be D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown at SummerSlam.
How'd you do?
It was a heck of a match. I mean, I won by DQ, didn't get the title, but it was the toughest match I've had so far in the World Wrestling Federation.
As long as you get the W, huh, pal?
That's right.
Eric, where are you, friend?
Right over here,
somewhere?
John.
Okay.
Joe's here with a question for Val.
Val, on a personal note, what did you do before you wrestled?
I was actually studying to become a helicopter pilot. I was going to go on in aeronautical science, however, wrestling took me in a different career.
So big Marlene is out of there. Does that mean the big Valboski is, I don't know, single again?
Single? Well, maybe for the next 5 minutes while I'm still serious talking to you.
Anyone on the up and up, so to speak?
Well, several people on the up and up. You know, I could mention some names if you'd like.
I sure would.
Well, let's say Elizabeth Berkley's looking mighty good these days. Demi Moore. Demi Moore.
And Bruce Willis is out of the picture, yeah?
Definitely. I guess she got kicked to the curb, too.
Now, have you noticed as we pan the audience with our cameras, there's some young beauties out there, okay? All right? And I'm positive they would love a chance to go out with you, young Val Venis. As a result, we've come up with our own little dating game. We'll pick some lovely, willing young talent for you, Val. And you will decide who the lucky winner is as we go to break. Wendy, come over and blindfold Val Venis. And Eric, you can go find some contestants. The dating game, when we come back with Val Venis.
Time now for the G-Files. The best from the video vault. Brought to you by JVC.
Welcome back to Gallagher, everybody. Well, internet update, really quick. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's leading the pack, as we pretty much knew. Now let's go to John, our dating game host.
That's right. This is Gallagher on TSN. Or is it the dating game? Or is it both? Either way, I'm your host, Jim Lang. People, as we mentioned, we perused the good audience here at Wayne Gretzky, and we found 3 eligible bachelorettes, and here they are. Are they lovely? So, Bachelorette number 1, give us your name and say hello to Val with that steamy, sexy voice of yours. Number 1.
Hi, Val. It's Sunshine.
Bachelorette number 2.
Hi, Val. My name is Mei Ling.
And number 3.
Hi, Val. My name's CJ.
All right, Val, you've got some questions for 1, 2, and 3. Let's start with number 1.
Okay. Question number 1. Now, here's something I'm definitely an expert on. Who is the NHL's all-time leading scorer?
Number 1.
Well, Steve Yzerman's pretty hot. He could add me to his scoring list.
Excellent answer.
Excellent answer. Okay, number 2.
Oh, I know this one. It's Mark McGuire.
Maguire.
Close, but wrong sport.
Numero 3.
Wayne Gretzky's my leading scorer. In 20 seasons, he's accumulated over 2,700 points.
Not bad.
I like the knowledgeable ones.
Beautiful and knows hockey.
Exactly, okay.
Question 2.
Question numero dos. Here's something I know nothing about, okay? Name Major League Baseball's all-time strikeout king. Number 1.
I find baseball players incredibly sexy. And if I ever get my hands on one, he won't be striking out.
Number 2.
Aren't they baseball players on strike?
No, they're not on strike. Strikeouts.
Okay. Number 3.
The all-time strikeout king is the Hall of Fame's Nolan Ryan with 5,714.
All right. Who is this woman? You get her a job on Sports Desk.
You sure this woman isn't your girlfriend now?
I swear, although they have to be very knowledgeable in sports. And darn it, it shows.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a requirement.
You bet.
Okay. Question number 3. If I were a baseball bat...
I know where this is going.
What would you do with me?
All right, Bachelorette number 1, or Sunshine, what's your answer?
What wouldn't I do with you?
Number 2.
I would guess anything that will hurt a tree.
Oh, she doesn't like hurting trees. Oh.
Number 3.
I would spread pine tar all over your bat, up to 18 inches only, because that's the league maximum. And then I would grip you with both my hands and hit a record-breaking home run.
It's a tough choice, Which one of the contestants do you pick? Which one?
One? Hell, Johnny V-O-1, W-O-N-1. Ladies, come get your prize.
The legend continues. Let's do the old dating game kiss. Here we go.
This is the road dog, Jesse James, and B-A-double-D-A, double crooked letter. We represent the World Wrestling Federation. We call it the New Age Outlaws. And if you don't watch Gallagher, I'm not talking about the one that busts watermelons. I'm talking about the one with talent. He's right here on TSN. If you don't watch him, well, we got 2 words for you. Suck it!
Wrestling fans, there's a big Raw event coming up in February at Skydome, the biggest Raw ever. In the meantime,
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the big guy with a bald head who loves to hunt with Vince McMahon, won our question poll tonight.
I guess that's good for you.
That is.
She's a fan. Here it is, Ricky. So, people, to keep tonight's show in full wrestling mode, it's time for the final out. Now, I have to be honest with you. I had to prepare for tonight's program a lot of material I wouldn't normally read or watch. You know what I mean? I'll be flicking around on the weekend watching wrestling. I'll flick and watch, and I'll go, oh, it's wrestling. You know why I watch wrestling? Because it's fun, right? You know, it's harmless. It's a nice, big, fat male soap opera with big, funny-looking cartoon characters who fly around and would knock you into next Tuesday without a blink of an eye. You know, it's fun. As far as being fake, did you see Val Venis on the show tonight? You want to tell him it's fake? Well, do you, punk? Not me, baby. Not me. Glenn Sather's warming up in the bullpen. He's here on Gallagher next Tuesday. Val Venis, WWF. Thank you. You're a good man. Good night.